This, guys, is the JBL Live Beam 3. And I can think of 5 reasons why I think it's probably one of the best pair of wireless earphones you can get for under 15,000 rupees. And hear me out, because it's got a couple of features that you ordinarily wouldn't expect in a pair of wireless earphones, but they are really useful, okay? So first, it's got a display. Let's talk about that. So this is called a smart charging case. You can pretty much use this to manage your earphones, whether it's to set volume levels, turn on settings like ambient sound, spatial sound, or just even set a preset. Now, sure, you can say that a lot of that stuff can just be done with touch controls, right? And which you can, by the way, on these earphones as well. But I don't like to remember which gesture on which bud does what. And so this just makes it a lot easier. You could also just play and pause music, manage incoming phone calls through this, and check battery status of the case and the buds. It's also got a few screensavers to choose and set, so the case looks good even when it's kept on the side. And you can customize it with your own picture as well. But there are 2 specific things that I think makes this display really useful. First, you could just use the case to find your earphones. See, generally you depend on your earbuds to be connected to your phone and then use the controls on your phone to find the earbuds. But with this, you can just tap on Find Earbuds and your phones will make a beeping sound. And second, you can activate all features like ANC and spatial sound and equalizers even if you're connected to a tablet or a PC. And that's because you don't need an app to be able to manage those features, as you can do all of that from controls over here. If anything, I would just want the screen to be a little bigger and probably have an OLED display instead of LCD. But I'm pretty sure that JBL is working on that for the next iteration. Okay, next, it's got true adaptive noise cancellation with ambient awareness. So it's not like, other earphones that either have noise cancellation on or off. This one measures how much noise is around you and accordingly cancels it out. Although you do have the option to, have a flat noise cancellation by setting this functionality to always on. Okay, now let's talk about what matters the most about any pair of wireless earphones, the sound experience. Okay, so it's got 10mm dynamic drivers and I was amazed at just how clean they sound. Even at the loudest volume, the audio was detailed and it had no clipping. And personally, I just prefer more bass, which by the way, out of the box, they were pretty good. But I could also just go into the app and set to extra bass to add more. Even the mid-range and high frequencies are tuned pretty well, and I really like the overall balance. Now, they also support high-res audio, and if you've got the ear for it, you'll be able to make out subtle nuances and details in your music. Of course, you've got to make sure that you're listening to high-res audio soundtracks that have that detail. And it also supports spatial sound, which really widens the sound stage when it's turned on, okay? You can really feel more of that music around you. And you can set spatial audio to video, sound, and game mode depending on what you're using it for. Now, one thing that's really cool about these is that you can tune these specifically for your ears with kind of a performance test. JBL calls it Personify 3.0, okay? It basically performs a series of sound tests on your ears, and after that, it creates a unique profile that will deliver the best sound experience for you. Now, I've tried it and the difference is significant, and you really have to try it yourself to believe it. Now, today a big job that earphones do is also help you in making calls and having a conversation, and the only thing that really matters is how clear both the parties sound on a call, right? So these earphones have a total of 6 mics. 4 are beam forming and 2 are noise cancelling. And so that way you can be assured that your voice is focused on and ambient noise is reduced. But within the app, you can also set what the caller should sound like and also how you want to sound. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen focus on calls to this extent by any of the other brands, and they could learn from this. Lastly, and this is crazy, they've got something called as private mode. So you could just take out one earphone and speak softly into it to have a more discreet private call and not have everyone around you hear your conversation. You just have to go and turn it on in the app. But yeah, I told you, there are some really cool things about these earphones, and this is one of them. Now, apart from all of this, it's also got voice-aware functionality. So if you're listening to music and you start speaking, it will lower the music volume so you can have a conversation, and then it goes right back up after you're done. The case supports Qi wireless charging, and the entire thing on a full charge can give you up to 48 hours of playback time with noise cancellation turned off. And that's about 2 weeks of playback time if you use it on an average for 4 hours a day. Now, one thing that I haven't talked about is the design, the build, and the comfort. They fit very well in my ears, and they're lightweight, and I could have them on for longer and not feel fatigued. But I always urge everyone to first do a fit test before buying, and so should you. They're also IP55 water and dust resistant, so if you're on a run, on a rainy day, or you have very sweaty workouts, it's no trouble. The case too, it's very premium quality and it fits right into your pocket, a tad bit on the chunkier side, but with the display innovation, I think it's fine. Look guys, overall I think the Live Beam 3, it just offers certain functionalities or features that is very hard to see in other earphones in this price segment. It's got a display on the case, which I've, shown how useful it can be. The versatility and the connectivity it offers with other devices. Spatial audio, high-res audio, just the ability to tune a sound profile specifically for your ears. Preset equalizers and private mode for phone calls. I mean, yeah, certain things are just rare in this price segment. So definitely a pair of wireless earphones that you should consider in this price segment. But yeah, that's it guys about these. If you still have any questions, doubts, concerns, leave them in the comment section. I'll definitely help you out. And if you guys did enjoy watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon, and mark all. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.